Oh wait, oh wait, oh wait, oh wait, oh wait, oh wait. Shots at Dollar Gang, shots at the Flag Crew. Love for the
What's good, y'all? It is currently, what time is it? Yeah, watch out. It's 2:54, July 28th, by Truck Strangers and Obise. Tap in. Yeah, we're good to see y'all. I realized I kind of want to change up the content a little bit, and I came to the conclusion that I have a issue with repeating content. Bro, is Jesus walking behind me? What the heck? What the heck? Yeah, I realized with the channel, I don't want to make it strictly about fashion. I realized I don't want to make it about fashion 24/7 because at some point it can get oversaturated and overplayed, and so I gotta let it go. I gotta switch it up at least, and that's what I guess what I would bro with for, you know. I think it's important to let go. And it's easier to say to actually do it. I still got stuff from my past that it's hard for me to come to the conclusion that, hey, maybe it's time to leave it alone. Because once there's like a sliver of hope that it can come back, that just stays in my head, you know. And yeah, beat the secret. Watch out! Goodness gracious. There's a dragonfly around here. We're at Elmwood Park. Look at the trees, the stairs, beautiful people. Yeah, that's just what I do now. I live my life. I'm breaking out. Wait till I get back in the game. No cavity. Yeah. Hey, Mikey. Quick question for the peoples. Obviously, we all have our struggles or whatnot. It's Mikey. Y'all always see him. But with you, what makes you? I'm so sorry, twin. I ain't even mean to kill you like that. But would you say there's like a struggle with you with coping with letting go? And this is like a vulnerable moment for all of us, you know?
Letting go?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I had a father that was in and out of my life. Obviously he was there, but you know what I'm saying, in and out.
Oh my God, the stupid fly, bro.
I didn't have anybody that died in my family until 2020 that I knew. I didn't have a girlfriend until I was 18. I didn't really experience a lot of major loss, with people at least in my family. When I think about letting go or holding on to something for too long, that's what I think about is people in my life. So yeah, of course I do. But it kind of just is what it is. Eventually, you're going to realize that those people were or were not meant to be in your life. And you just got to let go. It's hard. Even for me, I still see people and I be thinking and I be tripping even though it doesn't really matter. Inevitably, if they were meant to be there, they'd stay. I guess that goes for anything in life. Feel like it's time to move on, then move on. Feel like you gotta keep going, keep grinding. It's just the way it is. Keep going,
Oh, this a crazy look. Hold on, look at the monkey digging in their butt, bro. Up, I'm getting cooked. I'm getting cooked. But yeah, it's with me, as y'all can tell, I'm on a health journey right now. I'm trying to get my body right, just to be the athlete I used to be. You know, I could barely dunk anymore. I get rim grazers. That's embarrassing. Medicine, yeah, I could dunk, and it's because I got 2 fingers going over the rim. I'm talking about I used to be us. Yeah, I feel like one thing I always say to myself is the whole world does not need to be your friend. And I'm a newly creative, but I've been around creatives to the point where I have some type of wisdom that I can just give out. And one thing I noticed is the fact, the bigger the circle you have, the more difficult it is to tell who is your friend. Let's say you got 100 friends, right? 100 friends. I want you to tell me if you can name each of one of those friends, and if they can name you. And at that moment, that's where you should kind of think about, okay, I don't need that person, I don't need that person, I don't need that person. And don't make it seem as if it's like a, hey, mass unfollowing, hey, I'm on my grind now, so we can't talk no more, so if you're not in the picture, you're not in the picture. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is, it's cool having friends, and it's cool having associates. Associates don't gotta be your closest friend. And yeah, it's just like, you gotta learn to let go of people that don't contribute to you if you don't contribute to them. And it's never gonna be nothing against them. I lost so many people in my life, whether that's through friendships or through death. But at the same time, if I hold on to that burden for the rest of my life, I'm cooked. Because then imagine in the real world, don't turn into an airplane. Imagine in the real world where it's time for me to just live on my own. I'm not talking to someone, I'm not dating nobody, I'm focused on me. I'm focused, this boy's off of Yerky. Yin Yang. Imagine if I don't let go. I wouldn't be able to meet the streamers I got to meet over the time. You're gonna see at some point the people I got to meet. But the point is, it's just, sometimes the heavier it is to hold somebody up, where they're not putting just as much effort, and they just hang in there just because. Not in a disrespectful way, not in a crazy way. It's okay to drop them. And always be cordial. You don't gotta be cordial with everybody, you don't gotta be friends with nobody. No. But you see, I'm the yin yang, so I'm like the positive. He's like the positive. No, he's like the negative reinforcement. But you got positivity. He cool if you really get to know him for real. And if this dragonfly come to me one more time, man, I'm gonna fly too. Raps.
The thing is my thing is, I try and be as, you know what I'm saying? Try to be as good of a person as I can be, to the best of my extent. So if somebody doesn't fuck with me, okay, cool, let's fuck them. You don't need them in your life.
What he said, but without the cursing. Yeah. I would just say, if they're not reciprocating the same energy that you deserve, and you being respectful to them, and they could care less about their respect, what he said, you know? But look at this. Look at the scenery. Look at the scenery. Look at that. Writing EBIT.
We interrupt this program to bring you.
I'll be your poison.
And there's a reason that certain people like you for who you are. You keep those people around for a reason. There's a reason I like to keep y'all around, because y'all push me outside of my comfort zone and make me do shit I don't want to do. And if I didn't have y'all around, I wouldn't have started to dress like this, I wouldn't talk like this, I wouldn't be like this, because I wouldn't have tried to push myself to be more than I am. But when you have people in small ways that you don't even think about, and they push you in directions you want to go, like, that's always good. It's good to be pushed out of your comfort zone, to really find out who you are and what you want. And once you kind of figure out what you like, you just go for it after that. And maybe you like and you dislike some things, and you try things and don't try things, and that becomes you.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all remember. It was like a moment in my life where I honestly felt like, this random, Boomerang and Cartoon Network were like the best channels of all time. Cause folks don't even remember that one show where, that one game where, if you go to Cartoon Network, you can play the Ben 10 game, and you can play as each monster, and it was like every level, depending on if it was Firestorm. I don't know if it was Firestorm. It was Fire something. You could play as him, Roly Poly, the alien, etc. Vibes. And then there was like a moment where they had the this is how old I am. 3D Unity. You can play as, it was basically Smash Bros, but with Cartoon Network characters. And my go-to was, what's it called? Was it Forearms? It was Forearms, and then I'll always be put up against, what's his name? Chowder's homeboy. Oh, we had a Devo like this or something like that. Bro, I realized the older you get, the more you start realizing, like, man, I wish I would have appreciated it more. Because when kids talk about there was like a clip of like an NFL player.
What's your favorite cartoon? YouTube. I watch YouTube.
No, cartoon.
Cartoon?
Mm-hmm. You don't watch cartoons?
What are cartoons?
Damn, what? I'm not that old.
Is it like when they have ads?
What? You ain't never seen Tom and Jerry? Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon. Hey Arnold, you ain't never seen Disney Channel?
Talking about some cartoons, he was like, oh, what's that? Is that YouTube? And I was just like, man, all these kids really know is Fortnite, YouTube, and all that. The moment we mentioned electric company, boy, before we had cable, PBS Kids. And if I went to Auntie's house, only on Saturdays, we get to watch The Amazing Spider-Man in the morning. Yes. And I was just like, bro, man. And the thing is, if you woke up too late on a Saturday, you're not watching nothing but PBS. Talking about some Martha Speaks. Ward Girl was annoying. And whoever created Super Y, I'm gonna find you because that show pissed me off too. But I think that's the cool part of growing up though. Like, as a kid, I'm gonna say I had fun. I didn't have all the toys, but with me, I didn't need no toys in my life. I just went outside, went to the playground, made friends with who was around me, and we made our own stories. And I think that's the one thing about growing up. It's just like, once you grow out of that phase on how life could work for you, at some point, you can't let other people write that book for you. For a long time, I would tell myself like, hey, because I hang with the gangbangers, I'm one of them. But at some point, you start to realize, once you fall in too deep, they're not going to be the ones to, let's say you're the one falling off the cliff. If they're not going to pull you back up, who else? Who else is going to do it for you? So then at some point, you got to find, okay, you know what, this is not me. This isn't me. Some people don't have that chance, but a lot of people have that chance. A lot of people just, they see that it's going wrong and accept it. You don't got to accept it, bro. There's options in life. Either you want to do good for yourself, or you want to do better for yourself. And I would rather do better for me. And so that's why I'm doing the filming. I would say I wouldn't even think I'd make it this far, to be real. Because if you see the way I was beforehand, I was more of a, okay, I do track, I'm into sports. It's not going to be my life. But then once I started realizing, I've been an Odd Future fan for a minute. So when I would like watch them, it kind of felt like watching myself through a video, through those TV shows. But then I started realizing that these guys are making money and being happy just being themselves. Odd Future had to be one of the best shows on Adult Swim. I wasn't allowed to watch it, but Mom, I'm sorry, I had to. It's called character development. I would say I really took after, not even Todd the Creator, I'll say Earl Sweatshirt. Because if y'all know the story about Earl, boy, oh boy, he went through a lot, but he still had fun though. Being sent to South Africa, I think, some part of Africa, just learning more about himself. And that kind of reminded me of me. I was just like, I'm going to be honest, obviously I wasn't sent to Africa or anything, but then I was just like, I needed to be sent somewhere to where I could find who I am. And the only way I did that was through that camera. And with that, we made it this far. I'm still filming, living my life through the VHS camera. Met amazing people. I got a solid group. Hey bro, shut up, we get it. Just to let you know, that was a Honda with a V12. His car's gonna blow up right at Dodge Street. Get a load of him. But yeah, I'll say, if somebody tells you to grow up, do not take that with offense. I'll say that. Because we all have our kid-like tendencies. But at the same time, who wouldn't want to be a kid again? Hey, whoever is digging in my eating meat with this mosquitoes, bro, godly. Solomon was supposed to pull up, but let me see. Man, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I didn't even eat my lunch yet. I just been in thought of, I gotta make another video, because all my videos, like the clips that were on this camera, are back at the cribbo, but then I gotta convert that to the laptop. And yeah, so, oh yeah, by the way, athletic clothing drop is coming soon. And when I say athletic, it's not like no hoodies, no type of essentials. It's gonna be like the vintage gym tees, but I put my little twist to it. And so I'm not gonna tell you when I'm gonna drop it, but you'll see it in one of the videos. The moment you see it in the video, that's when I'll announce it. That it's officially live. Yeah, and be active on my burner account, which is Without Me, You Are Nothing. That's the burner account on IG. That's where I post more of my creative stuff, and It's AD is just my main business account. And so, but yeah, keep checking out the YouTube. Stay fly. Don't get STDs.